Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a very highly requested video, and I have brought a special guest for it, which is my dad. So today we're going to be talking about how to fatten out your own cow from wean time all the way up into time for butcher. So we're going to give you basically the rundown of everything, what it's going to cost, what you're going to need, and all the feed, breeds, everything like that. So my dad has over 25 years of experience with fattening out cows, so he definitely has some knowledge for it, and he will get to tell you everything that you need to know. So let's go ahead and get into everything. Okay, Dad, so the first question is, what breeds are best?
In my opinion, Black Angus are the best. We've tried many different kinds. They definitely taste better, and for some reason around here, they bring more money when you sell them on the market.
Now, how much will hay cost for a cow?
Around $800, I would say, from start to finish. I mean, at first you need to feed them some high quality stuff while you're working their feed amount up. And then once you get them to full feed, you really just need any kind of grass hay. It's just for roughage for their digestion after they get on full feed. So.
And how much will feed cost?
I always have it figured. Last year I had roughly $1,200 a piece in them from start to finish. That's weaning at 6 months. And then feeding them feed for a year and a half. And they're finishing out about 1,400 pounds.
How much land do you need for one cow?
For one cow, you don't need much for a fat cow. If you're fattening it out with feed. Some people do grass-fed beef, which takes longer. If you do grass-fed beef, then you need a bunch of good grass to keep them eating good stuff for longer. But feeding them feed and hay, I mean, just a big enough lot where they can move around and live.
How much will like a butcher bill be?
For a 1,400 pound finished cow, which is usually where mine finish out at, I think the butcher bill's around $760. Usually about 55% or 55 cents per pound live weight.
What hay is best to feed them?
Like I said earlier, good quality hay at first when you're just starting them out on a little bit of feed to work up. And then once you get them to full feed, just any kind of grass hay for roughage.
Now, like, what feed's best?
We just go to our local feed mill. They all have a finisher ration, a starter ration. Just usually 13 to 15% protein. Has all your salt, your minerals, and vitamins in it. So just go to your local feed mill around you, and they'll have a ration for you.
So, like, what are some do-nots that you'd tell people before they get a beef cow?
The biggest do-nots, don't give them too much feed at once. You gotta build them up. I always start them at 4 pounds at 6 months when I wean them. And then I'll build them up a pound a week until they quit cleaning it up. Once they quit cleaning the feed up, if you go out the next day and they're still feeding the trough, they're on full feed. But once you do get them on full feed, very important not to let them run out of feed. Because they run out and then you feed them, they gorge themselves and they could possibly founder that away as well.
So should you get like a bull, heifer, steer, or cow?
To fatten out, a steer is the best. A steer grows faster than a heifer. So more meat obviously in less time. A cow's an old girl. So you don't really want to butcher an old cow unless you want to make a hamburger. Because the steaks will be tough. The roast will be tough. The burger's still good. And then obviously a bull. He's full of testosterone, so his meat's going to be strong and not taste as good. So definitely a steer is the way to go.
What age should you start fattening them out?
6 months, that's when we wean them. As soon as we wean them, we start them on feed and build them out, build them up slowly till full feed. And usually a year and a half after wean, so they'll be 2 years old. They're ready for the butcher.
How long does it take from start to finish?
They're 6 months old when we wean them and start them on feed, and then a year 6 months after they're weaned, they're finished and at the butcher. So 2 years total.
So I know that some cows have to have their feet trimmed, but also beef cows, if you're gonna just fatten them out, you don't have to trim their feet, right?
No, they keep them more down in the pasture. We don't ever have to trim our cows' feet.
Okay, so Dad, give us a quick summary from start to finish.
Well, you want to start out with a weaned calf, 6 months old, 6 to 7 months old. Black Angus is our favorite. They do taste better, and they're worth more money around here. You want to start them on feed. 4 pounds usually is what I do from start. Build them up slowly, roughly a pound a week till they're on full feed. Once they're on full feed, do not let them run out. I don't think we mentioned I always keep a mineral block by them at all times, and obviously fresh water. In a year and a half, you should have you want a steer versus a heifer just because they grow faster, and we like to keep our heifers for breed stock as well. In a year and a half, you should have a 1,400 pound fat cow, no antibiotics, no steroids this way. We don't like antibiotics, we don't like steroids, none of that. We don't go all grass. Some people go all grass, no feed. I've never really tried that or had that. I know it takes longer. Plus, the feed we do use is non-GMO, non-genetically modified, with no antibiotics, no steroids, no growth hormones. And do it this way, in a year and a half, you'll have some good tasting, healthy meat to fill your freezer and feed your family.
Okay, guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and now you know how to fatten out your own cow. So I have gotten a lot of requests for this video, and now you guys finally get to kind of just hear everything in detail. And hopefully this video can help you guys to start eating your own food better.
Yeah, guys, give it a try. You have the place to do it. It's way better food, way healthier, and way more cost effective.
Yep. Alright, we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.